Welcome to ye. I hope you can hear me. BZ here in the Neon Doom room, here with Roddy, my camera, my trustworthy friend, my confidant, I should say. And here we are in the Neon Doom room, and this light is not doing me any favors at the moment. Welcome to ye. Welcome to episode 7. I do hope you can hear me. I am testing myself right now with my phone next to me. Hang on. Yes, sounds like I can hear myself. Yes, it is quite delayed, but there we go. Let's get rid of that. My microphone is working, it looks like. But if you can just check for me, can you just check for me?
Can you all hear me?
I hope you can. I can hear myself through. I just checked. I should have thought of this weeks and weeks ago. Testing by putting my YouTube live on my camera, on my phone, and listening myself. Welcome, guys. Episode 7 of the Doom vlog. As you can see, I'm wearing a ridiculously large hoodie. It's an hoodie. I should have shown this to you earlier. My family got this for, I think it was Father's Day or one of my birthdays. I can't remember. I don't wear it all the time. Obviously, we're getting into colder weather now, so it has come out. I've broken it out, and it is keeping me nice and toasty. And it has Darth Vader and the Death Star on it. It's pretty cool. Very, very, very daggy. But yes, I'm wearing it. I hope you like my new, where are we? This side. Hope you like my new Doom room logo. I have a few of them. That one's on tonight. I'm going to rotate them a little bit, so I hope it looks pretty cool to you. Welcome to the Doom vlog, episode 7. Here we are. We did have a friend of mine over tonight. Mark, if you're watching, I did say that Richard was going to be in the room, but Richard came. He watched The Road Warrior with me while I was setting up the vlog. And then, yeah, I think he got tired and he went home. But so he won't be on the vlog tonight. Please all don't start gently sobbing. It's okay. He wanted to go. I didn't force him out. But yes, he's on his way home, if not home already. Thank you, Richard. It was nice to see you. I'm sorry I was very boring and sat in here and, getting my screens ready while we watched a movie. But yeah, he's not going to be here. But you're going to have to deal with me, just me. But that's okay, I hope. Tonight we've got, I'd like to say, an action-packed vlog, but we've got a few things we're going to talk about. I don't have any news. That's the thing that sort of bothers me the most, is I don't have any news tonight. But that's okay. I have been sort of keeping my ear to the ground about a few things, but not enough for me to want to do a news segment, so there won't be a news segment tonight. I promise I will bring back the news segment as soon as I can. As soon as there's something interesting. I don't want to bombard you with nothing. So no point in me rambling on about something that makes no difference to any of us as movie and pop culture collectors. So at this point in time, I haven't. There are some things like umbrella releases and other, distributor releases, but we won't talk about them at the moment. We will bring them up, though, because we love Umbrella, amongst other people. Welcome today. I have, as usual, got Star Wars playing on the TV, and I won't be watching it. I'll be focusing purely on you. I just want to remind you all, if I can find it, if you don't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribing is a very important thing. It's a small step for you, even a like, but it's a huge, huge thing for me as a content creator. So if you aren't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. It allows you to join the chat. It allows you to like videos. It allows you to do a lot of different things that make a difference. And most importantly, it impacts me as a creator in a positive way. Okay, so today we're going to get straight to it. I'm not going to ramble too much. I have been known to ramble. I like to have a chat. I treat these kind of like a chat. This is a way for me to air anything that's on my mind, and I enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy it too. But I'm going to cut to the chase tonight and be a little bit more swift with the way I do things, because at the end of the day, you guys are watching for a reason. I feel like this light is in the wrong place. I'm getting a lot of shadows on one side. I moved it the other day, and I think I've moved it in the wrong place. Let me see if I can move it back. It's meant to be kind of there. I'm knocking my computer. It's meant to be kind of there. Is that a bit better? I think that's slightly better. All right. I do have a big shadow on this side of my face, though. Is my microphone picking? I thought my microphone was picking this up. Is that better? Is my microphone better? Because I think my computer was picking that up. Let me just check that, because I'm not too sure what's going on. Hang on. Yeah, because my microphone is sounding very not good. It's very hard to tell whether my microphone's working correctly or not, or whether I'm just hearing myself. Sorry, guys. Can I not? Right to the end? Because I just noticed my microphone was off. And it has got a gate on it. So what a gate is it stops my voice making the microphone very loud. So I'm boring you now. I thought I was prepared, but my microphone earlier this evening was causing me problems. Hang on a second. Yeah, I am not too sure what's going on. I can tell you right now that when I hang on. Aha. My microphone is picking up my computer. It shouldn't be picking up my computer. It should be picking up this microphone. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. All right, let's see if we can fix this. Guys, sorry, I'm going to pop you on the hold screen just for a second because this is not good. My computer is picking up my vocals, which is why it doesn't sound right. I thought it was right, but it's not. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. Hello. Okay, back to main cam. I think you can hear me through the proper microphone now. Please tell me you can. Can somebody jump in the chat at all? Anyone in the chat? Can you tell me if you can hear this now? What a way to start the vlog, honestly. I'm going to have to test it myself because no one's chatting. I'm sorry, this is something I tried to iron out earlier. Okay, I'll let that catch up with itself. And then I'll check to see if I sound right. Because what was happening was I did an update. I had an update on the computer and everything else looked fine. All of my bumpers, everything else looked fine. I really hope you can hear me. Hang on, I think that's right now. Hang on. I'm going to try really close to the microphone and really far away. Is anyone in the chat? I look like somebody catching a train into the city, looking like this. My head, my phone up to my head. So on my phone, it's catching up. It's going to tell me that I'm really close to the microphone, and it's going to tell me I'm really far away. Okay, it's working. Sorry, guys, that was an unforeseen problem. Usually when I jump onto the vlog, what happens is everything that I've got here, even when I do an update on OBS, when I do an update on OBS, it keeps everything. Everything's there. Like, it uploads, it fixes stuff, and then it comes back, it opens up. Everything's there. All my bumpers are there. All of my scenes and my sources are there, and my audio is there. And I can see I've got 2 microphones. Usually I get rid of one of those microphones and leave this microphone. But this time it didn't update, and when I saw it said mic auxiliary, and then I went, oh, cool. And I could see it moving. But the problem was it had changed my source setting to the computer. So it said default, which I just noticed when I went and looked into the system, and it said default, and default is the computer. So it was picking me up through the computer microphone. So I do apologize. It might have been because I was a bit distracted earlier on, and Richard, it's not your fault if you are thinking that, but usually I come in here and I check like everything back to front. This time, because I've had such a good run of luck with the microphone, I didn't check the microphone. So yeah, it's working now. I can check. I've checked, sorry, a bit flustered now. I've checked on my phone, I've run that through, and it's all good. So now I can say with all honesty, even though I know you can
you all hear me?
Let's get...
No, we're not doing that one. We're not doing that one yet. I went straight to... Why did they go straight to my other bumper? That's weird. Welcome, guys. Sorry about that hiccup. That was not meant to happen. That was most certainly not what's supposed to happen. All right, let's get on to the Dooom vlog. Let's do what we were supposed to do, which was have a chat about movies, drink a beer, and rifle through some mail. I really don't have a whole lot of mail, but I've got some other things that are coming I want to talk about. And it's like I said earlier, now that my microphone is working, it's a chance for me to have a chat with you all. It's a chance for me to be in a room full of people that aren't here, that are elsewhere, that are looking at me through a screen. What a wonderful experience that must be. Maybe not so much for you, but more for me. But thank you for being here nonetheless. I had three live viewers. Thank you very much for being here. To my 3 live viewers and the replay crew, the Neon Doom Roomies, I do apologize for that hiccup at the beginning. I got cocky and thought everything was working, and it wasn't. But now the microphone's working good, so all good there. Let's have a beer so that we can get past this little hiccup. I'm going to say, and to Mark, I'm going to say, you know what kind of beer this is. As soon as I say it, this is me drinking a beer for you, because I haven't seen you for a while. This is me drinking I don't know if it's your favorite, but I think it's one of your favorite beers. It's one of my favorite beers. So let's get it out and have a chat about it. I'll go straight to the beer bumper, and then we will do another I'll be back, so you don't look at my butt going to the fridge to actually get the beer. Let's have a beer. Let's go and have a beer, guys. I'm gonna... don't move the main camera. Don't move the main camera. Silly computer. All right. Let's go to my new I'll be back screen. I hope you like my new I'll be back screen. Not a lot of effort put into it. Not a lot of effort. But I did give it a go. That's for sure. Hang on a second. Back to main cam. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, this hoodie is very, very cozy. In fact, the few times that I've fallen asleep in this hoodie and had a heater going on in here, because I've got an oil heater in here, well, I use it occasionally when it's very cold. It's not a good idea because this is such a warm hoodie that if you have any other heat source in here, you get very sweaty in this thing. So yeah, I've fallen asleep watching movies in here a few occasions, and I've woken up completely, no, I wouldn't say drenched, but like very sweaty. So yeah, this thing is kind of good enough on its own. So if you ever get an hoodie for the first time, don't get straight out of the shower and chuck your hoodie on. You will overheat, and do not lay yourself down next to a heater. Very bad idea. If you're going to lay down next to a heater, just dress normally. All right, guys, so for the beer segment, we're going to talk about this beer, which I know Mark loves. I love too, and I know that Richard loves it occasionally when he was drinking beer, is Guinness. It's been a while since I've had a Guinness. In fact, Mark, I think the last time I had a Guinness was at your house. Or was it a Guinness? Or was it that other drink you had that I can't remember off the top of my head, which was another stout kind of drink, dark motor oil. But yes, we love Guinness. I love Guinness. Roddy loves Guinness. Roddy doesn't even drink. Roddy will be very delighted I'm drinking a Guinness right now. And Roddy is focusing quite well. Can we all applaud Roddy for focusing? He has been doing quite... thank you, Mark. I know you're here now. Good man. Yeah. Guinness is the Bible story of all drinks. If you're going to spread the good word of beer, you have to at least do it with a Guinness. Because it's not to everyone's taste, and to those that, if it's not to your taste, I think you're wrong. I don't mean to be rude, but you're wrong. Guinness is a beautiful, wonderful, glorious drink. Now, I did have a chilled glass in the fridge, but I made the stupid decision to put it behind the other beer, so I had to pull all the beers out to get this. Now, I'm not going to pour this over the keyboard like I did last time, and then spilled it on the keyboard, which was a very poor decision. I'm going to pour it right here. I'm going to try to avoid too much head on the beer. Oh my God, I love this stuff so much. This is not an advertisement for Guinness, though it very well should be. I hope you're drinking a Guinness as well. Having a Murphy's. You're having a Murphy's Irish Stout. What was the beer you gave me when I visited your house and checked out your soon-to-be new studio, Mark? What was that beer? It wasn't a Murphy's. It was something else. Motor oil, dark, beautiful, glorious, whatever it was you were drinking. All right, so I wouldn't say that's a terrible... Sorry, pin's right here. Let's use it. Wouldn't say that's a terrible head on a beer. I think I did quite well. And I have to use the... this is the way... Where's Roddy's eyeball? I have to use my This Is the Way schooner because it almost perfectly fits a full can of Guinness. So guys, if you've got anything going at the moment, if you've got a drink in front of you, I pour like a what? Please finish your sentence. If you're having a drink of any kind, cheers to you. Cheers to the Dooom vlog, but not cheers to the problems. Yes, that's right, Kilkenny. Kilkenny. Thank you, Mark. A Kilkenny. That was a stout though, right? I'm pretty sure it was a stout. It wasn't a light ale. It was a stout. Yeah, I'm sure you were drinking a stout then. It was very nice, by the way. Oh, oh my God. Thank you, Guinness, for being there for me. Beautiful, glorious, glorious Guinness. Yes, Kilkenny. It was very nice. It was very, very nice. I enjoyed it. Mark's a very good host. That's not an invitation for everybody to go around to Mark's house, though. I'm sure Mark wouldn't even mind. He'd probably be like, come on, just come on over. No, he wouldn't do that. Anyway, guys, welcome to the Dooom vlog, episode 7. It is my lucky 7. I don't know if Roddy will focus on my lucky 7 ring. Is he good enough to, can he focus? Focus, Roddy, focus. There you go. Lucky 7s. My name, no guesses, and no one's going to say it. My name has 7 letters in it, and I've always been lucky 7s all the way. All right, so here we are. We're going to do a episode of Let's Get Physical Media. Because last time I talked about how I didn't have a bumper for it and I stupidly tried to find it while I was on air. Yeah, very Moorish. Moorish, but that's good. That's a good thing with beer. I think what I kind of don't like about some beers is how just plainly beer-like they taste. And there is a time and a place for a standard beer or a beer that's just a beer. But I like something with some flavour. And Moorish beer or beer that's bitter or has sourness to it or something that's a little bit different is more appealing to me. There's always a time for just plain beer. Plain beer is like you can get from anywhere. Aldi's got plenty of plain beer. And, Dan Murphy's. Though I'm a bit disappointed in Dan Murphy's. They don't have as many things as they could. Anyway, I won't get into a rant about Dan Murphy's. But sometimes I go there looking for something unusual. And I kind of get like mid-range, it feels like. Like they don't have anything really out there. Like maybe places in the States or United Kingdom have. So I'm always trying to find something really out there that I can try. Anyway, so as I was saying, we're going to get into an episode of Let's Get Physical Media. I've got a stack here that I made of finds, including, maybe I won't include that. I'll include that with other things. So I'll include this stack here. Then we've got some more over there that I haven't talked about yet, but we will bring that up a little bit later. So this is media that I've found, mostly Blu-rays with some DVDs. The Blu-rays I've had for a while. I just haven't talked about them. As you know, I make stacks, and stacks end up on the floor, then they get moved, then they get moved over there, and then they're in the way. So I want to be talking about this stuff. I don't want them to become furniture that's moved around the room. So these Blu-rays haven't been talked about, but I will talk about them. And I have other ones I saw today. I thought I should talk about those as well. And a find from last week. I now work in a different area and same place, but different area. And they've got literally a giant op shop right next to where I work. So I ducked in there and I picked up a few things. Nothing amazing, but let's have a chat. Let's go to Let's Get Physical Media. I hope you like this bumper. It's pretty stupid. Let's give it a go.
Let's get physical media. I want to get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Do you like that? When he finishes that, let me hear your movies talk. I just love it. I made that kind of on the fly, and yeah, that's the way it's going to stay for a while because I don't have time. And I found it very funny. All right, so Let's Get Physical Media is here as a episode of, basically it's just a bumper to talk about the fact we talk about movies. So let's get on with it. I've got a stack here. They're stacked bottom up, so I'm going to talk about the most recent ones first. Okay, I think I already own this. I tried to find it the other day and I wasn't sure if I could find it. But I picked this up at an op shop and I couldn't believe the price that was on it because usually, and it's a Blu-ray, I've got 2 Blu-rays from this op shop. Usually Blu-rays are around, if movies are $1, they're usually about $3, $4. These were $1 each. I think they didn't realize how to price them. But I picked it up anyway. No one can find anything really too wrong with this movie. Finding Nemo. The Blu-ray. It's a double disc. I know it's a double play on the front. But it's a Blu-ray and DVD. I do apologize. I thought it was extras. But yeah, it's the Finding Nemo Blu-ray. I swear I own this. Either that or Finding Dory. I can't remember which one I own. But I couldn't find it. So I'm hoping I might be wrong maybe. Yeah, good movie. There's nothing wrong with it. And $1, you saw the sticker on the back. $1 buckaroo. Buckaroo Banzai. Good movie. So for $1, that is the cheapest Blu-ray. Besides when I went to the markets down the road here and I found a stack of Pirates of the Caribbean movies for $1 each. But that was different. This guy had like piles on top of piles of things. I don't think he knew what he had there. Cheapest movie I've had in a while. Yep, and good movie as well. Finding Nemo is a good movie. You don't have to think too hard. It's just fun. So that's that one. And I got another stack there. I didn't realize I stacked things there. Where am I going to put stuff? So I got a beer on that table. Hang on. Hang on. I'll just put it there. Then I'll knock it over while I'm talking. I wasn't going to pick this one up because I already own it on DVD, but I thought, you know what? No one can really say no to a $1 Blu-ray. So I picked it up. It's really one of 3. X-Men Last Stand. So it's the last movie in the X-Men, the 90s or early thousands, I think. X-Men movies. Bit of an all-star cast. Has Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and he's sort of retained that role for some time. But I've never owned these on Blu-ray, and for $1, I kind of just couldn't say no. They're in good condition. This one is a twin disc edition, a real twin disc edition. I think it is. Is that twin? Disc 2? Oh yeah, special features. Cool. Look, I liked these. I liked these X-Men movies. This is before we got drowned in superhero movies. And the yawnings began. We've become inundated. We've become overwhelmed with superhero movies. There's hardly any heart to any of them, it feels like. You don't see any real relationships between people. There's no love. There's no romance. It's just action after action after action. I mean, some of the earlier ones, yes. But yeah, good to see an older one that I already own, but never seen this on Blu-ray. So I guess I'll have to watch it now. But that was a good find. $1. Is the sticker on there? Yeah, there you go. $1. In case nobody believes me. Roddy is going to focus eventually. $1. Thank you, Roddy. Now these are, yes, they are all DVDs. So I just feel like I'm going to yawn every 2 seconds. All right, let's have a beer to stop the yawning. Does it stop the yawning? Does beer stop you yawning, Mark? Tastes like motor oil, Mr. Potter. Okay, so the first of the DVDs I picked up, I didn't own. I owned the first one. Roddy, can you see that, Roddy? Butterfly Effect 2. Never seen this. In fact, Butterfly Effects 1, I barely remember. So I'm going to have to actually get back into those movies again. I picked it up. It was also $1, so go figure. But it comes under the collection, the Insomnia collection. I've never seen this collection. Can anybody else tell me if they've seen the Insomnia collection? See on the top there? Will Roddy go? How deep will Roddy go? He hasn't got... Oh, that's pretty good. Roddy's trying. He's trying. What do they call that lens when you get that close? It's called a... Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue as well. Yeah, I think he's trying. Oh, he's doing good. Wow. Well done, Roddy. Insomnia collection. I like the eyeball in it, by the way. Yeah, there's a terminology for when you go in really hard, deep with your camera lens. Yeah, cool. It was a good find. $1. Mature adults. Strong. Okay, strong sex scenes, strong violence. I didn't know that had strong sex scenes. Okay, so we've got Butterfly Effect 2. That was a good find because, I'm trying to collect more horror and I'm winning a little bit. Now, these two are funny ones, but I picked them up. Stop yawning. Stop yawning me. Sausage Party. I've heard so many things about this, and I picked it up, and the lady at the op shop, this old lady, she was like, oh, it's a very funny movie because sausages. And I was like, at the counter, it was on my lunch break, and I really shouldn't have been in there. I didn't have much time on me. And I was like, She's like, the sausages, the sausages go in the buns. And I was like, good to know. Anyway, yeah, it's a saucy, get it? It's a saucy movie. I think it's got lots of people in it too. Seth Rogen, Kristen Wiig, Jonah Hill, Bill Hader, Michael Cera, okay. James Franco, Danny McBride. Hey, Danny McBride's in there. Mark, do you know Danny McBride? Is Danny McBride part of your family? Somewhere down the line? Craig Robinson, Paul Rudd, of course, Nick Kroll, don't know them. David Krumholtz, Edward Norton. Wow, Selma Hayek. It's a very naughty movie.
about sausages and buns. And that old lady, you had to be there to see what kind of an old lady she was. And also to know my utter awkwardness in being like, having had it explained to me. It says rated R on the front. I think we all know where Sausage Party is going to go. The sausage is going to go in the bun. Oh my God. Makes me laugh. It's a filthy masterpiece. Anyway, it was $1. And I just picked it up because I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen this at an op shop. I'm going to pick it up. It looks funny. Not along the same lines, but still, you know, in a similar vein. American Pie 2. I turned down a 3-pack of 1, 2, and 3. Some people hate these movies. I think they're kind of good. They're kind of like the modern take on the sex comedy from the 80s. But actually really well shot. And the dialogue is really well written. American Pie 2, I vaguely remember seeing. 1, I remember quite well. 3, I don't know. So I picked it up. I should have picked up the 3-pack, but you know me in 3-packs. It's like a 3-pack isn't 3 movies with 3 covers. Not that American Pie is anything special to write home about in terms of having cover art on it. And the other one I should get is Bandcamp. I think this girl here, I can't remember her name. This one right there, because she's in Bandcamp. She's a trumpeter or something. They made a series or like a movie or 2 of Bandcamp. So I do want to find that as well. This one I don't know anything about. What does it say on there? Oh, okay. So it's even got a sticker on the outside that is kind of horror related. Interesting. It looks pretty brutal though. Sorry, I'm talking away from the microphone. It looks pretty brutal. It's called Sanctimony. I know you can hear me yawning, but I'm trying not to yawn on camera. Sanctimony. It looks brutal. Look at the sticker. It says Grim Reapings $9.95. Wow, I've never seen a sticker that's actually like horror related. Like it's a good deal, Grim Reaping. You're reaping the benefit. Serial killer is in your neighborhood. The back is quite brutal. It doesn't show too much, so I don't think I'll get dinged for it. Some blood and stuff. But the back says some stuff. It's pretty full on. First 6, the Monkey Maker. Monkey Mark? The Monkey Maker serial killer stalks the streets at night, turning Seattle into a city of fear. The first 6 victims had their eyes plucked out, the next 6 their ears cut off, and the last 3 their tongues removed. Oh, it gets a bit nasty, but the terror turns personal when Turner threatens Robert's pregnant wife. So there's cops and stuff involved. It's a detective movie with a serial killer. But because it was a serial killer horror, and it's got Grim Reapings written on the front of it, right there, Roddy. Roddy, focus on Grim Reaping. You're being really good, Roddy. I'm very proud of you. Look at that. Grim Reapings, $9.95. I had to pick it up because I'm picking up some pretty weird horror movies. I wouldn't say I've ever heard of any of them. Very clean. No, quite clean. Quite scratched as well, but clean. Like surface scratches. But a buck. It's a buck. Nothing wrong with a buck. Hey, Mark, nothing wrong with a buck? Movies for a buck? This one I picked up because I had to. It is Vincent Price. Never heard of it, though I'm sure Mark would have heard of it. Mark, have you heard of this movie? I read the back of it, so I know what it's about. Vincent Price. I know that like you follow Hammer Horror, but this is separate. I think. I don't think this is Hammer Horror. Because Vincent Price, he was in Hammer Horror. I don't know, this is where I'm testing whether Mark's actually still in the chat, because the chat's gone silent. Was it Vincent Price in Hammer Horror? I know he did a lot of separate movies from anybody else, but this one's about a woman, like Vincent Price's character, he kills his wife, I think, and then the neighbor's wife notices or sees it happen, and then she gets committed to an asylum, and the asylum is run by him. So he basically, I don't know, like keeps an eye on her and tortures her and stuff. It doesn't go for very long, 70 minutes. So it goes for an hour and 10 minutes. Classic Vincent Price movie. I want to go through all of mine again, actually. I've got a bunch of them that I've been meaning to watch. And I follow the Cobwebs channel, and he puts me to shame because he watches a lot of movie, and he's a new dad, maybe not as new a dad as he was before, but he's got a young boy, and he makes time for it. So if he can make time for it, I'm sure I can make time for it. Wow, this comes with a booklet as well. What the actual hell? This comes with a booklet. Hang on, I've got to put these down. I want to show them though. This comes with same era as Hammer, but never in Hammer. Okay, right. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, same era. But I'm trying to think because who was he? He would, because he did House on Haunted Hill. No, I know who he was doing. He was doing Castle. Frank Castle? Am I right, Mark? He was in a lot of Frank Castle movies that they did remakes for. House on Haunted Hill. I don't know if he was in 13 Ghosts, but he was in a lot of different movies. Yeah, but yeah, this comes with a booklet. Look, I just opened. I was like, this is really heavy. Roger Corman. Okay, was he Roger Corman? But wasn't Frank Castle? Was Frank Castle? So House on Haunted Hill is Roger Corman. Hang on, I gotta look that up. But look at the booklet it comes with. An alpha video booklet. A nice looking disc as well over here. Edgar Allan Poe stuff, yes. William Castle. Yeah. And they remade a lot of it was William Castle, sorry, beg your pardon. William Castle's, that was Frank Castle. This booklet comes with heaps of old movies in it. This must be old. Look at this. I'm away from Roddy and I'm hitting the microphone. House on Haunted Hill was Castle, yeah. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe. He really loved all that dark stuff. From what I've heard of, say, Cobwebs channel, I don't know if you follow the Cobwebs channel, Mark, but you should definitely follow the Cobwebs channel because he likes a lot of those old, old movies that were by, you're saying, William Castle, and Hammer. Just he loves vampires. He loves folk horror, black and white movies, old Sherlock Holmes movies, things like that. The guy's like a brainiac about that stuff. It's a really great channel. So I hope the Cobwebs channel appreciates it because I know Mark will tune in. Cobwebs channel is a very, very good channel. You should watch it. I listen to it quite often when I'm doing stuff around the house. I think I know most of his episodes off by heart. But yeah, he's a really, really enthusiastic purveyor of that stuff. And he collects the really expensive Blu-rays as well. The 4Ks. But yeah, so I found Shock, and that was a good find for $1. I was a bit uncertain whether it was a bootleg or not initially, but it's really clean, and the cover's not pixelated, so I'm reasonably happy that this is legit. Even more so now finding this kooky booklet inside, which is, when you hold it, because you can't hold it, obviously, when I hold it, the paper is really like an old school kind of paper. It's not glossy. Kind of, but look at all these movies in here. I don't want to knock that beer over. Roddy, can you focus? Look at all these movies in here. These are like the old school movie covers. The Head. There, look at this. Is it this one here? This one here. The Head. These are all old school horrors. I wonder how well Roddy will do with this. Yeah, this is all stuff that the Cobwebs channel would be watching. Very cool. Look at that stuff. Man, I am pretty happy with that. One thing about me is I like odd stuff as well. I like the booklets that come with them. I found a booklet in one of my DVDs that was explained how DVDs work. Like, it wasn't just a book like this with movies in it, which this is even an oddity. I've never seen this before. But it was a book that explained DVDs as a new thing. This is a DVD. This is how DVDs work. This is why they're better than VHS. Look at this. This is so cool. You know I'm excited when my voice goes high. The Sadist. Ring of Terror. I could go through this whole thing. It's actually quite thick. Detour, Bridge of Sighs, The Death Kiss. Something, I can't read that. Some cool movies in here. Amazing Mr. X. Man, you know what? I'm going to go through all my old black and white and early color movies. I think I need to do that. Because I used to watch a lot of this stuff a long time ago. And I just kind of like, I don't know, I just got off of it for some reason. I wonder if this has a date on it. Would this have a date on it? 1-800-336-4627 www.oldies.com. So this would be early. Wow, this would be early DVD. I'm looking for a date. It's USA release. Oh, so wait a minute. Let me just check that then. Is that region coded? No. This is not region coded. Could be region 1 though. Yeah, I'd say this is an early region 1. See, I used to shop when I was working in film, I used to stop by, obviously, JB Hi-Fi in the city, but there was also this place in Elizabeth Street, not far from JB Hi-Fi, that is gone now. I'm still devastated it's gone, but for years and years, there was this little store right in the center of the city, and they would sell movies and LPs and a bunch of other things as well. They had like the tables where you could flip through them in the middle of the room. So they were like flat, low tables with like kind of like they have in op shops occasionally, where you can flip through movies and records and stuff. And then they would have a big shelf on one side right near the door. So on your way out, you could buy cheap movies. I have found movies now that are so rare now, but back then I found them right near the door in the $5 bin or the $3 bin or the $4 bin. Like rare ones that are out of print. So they would have been the last prints left over, had too many, try to get rid of them, that kind of thing. I can't even remember the name of this store. It could be Cinematic something, I couldn't remember. We used to go with my mate Vass, and we would go into the city and just buy random things there. I used to always get gravitated towards the $5 shelf because they had lots of this kind of thing. It'd be maybe not this, but it would be like a last print run of something. There'd be like 10 of them on the shelf, and I'll buy, look schlocky. I'd always pick the schlocky old cinema. But yeah, so Shock is a good one. I found that for $1, so I was quite happy with that. Let's put that to the side. I thought maybe I already owned this one, but I picked it up anyway, just in case maybe it wasn't the CD or something that I owned. And it's even still got the original lock inside of it. Stanley Kubrick, as we all love Stanley Kubrick, this is an original cover of 2001: A Space Odyssey. So I think we found something of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Was it a cassette? I can't remember now on the last episode. Was it a cassette? What did I find last time? I found something. Maybe it was it was a CD. It was a CD. Yeah. Oh, really? Did you? You bought the thing from another world? I bought my thing from another world from there. I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Sorry, I tell a lie. I got that from JB Hi-Fi because it was a twin pack. It was a twin pack of the thing from another world and The Day of the Triffids, which are both amazing films, by the way. I need to rewatch them again. I wonder if my kids would like watching them. I mean, I know it's old school, but they might still get scared. I'm glad you know the shop I'm talking about, Mark. It was right on Elizabeth Street. It was very small. It just had a window and a door, like a kind of main glass window, a door, and it was very pokey. I think it was called Cinema. No, I can't remember. Cult Cinema. Can't remember. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not surprised you got the thing from another world from there because they had a lot of great stuff. In fact, even though they had a lot of cheap stuff there, they had a lot of very expensive things in there. So when you walk to the left, it was like the cheapest to the right, so right near the door was the cheapest, and to the left as you go past the floor shelves, like the short shelves to the left. Then you got the special editions of everything that was on the left-hand side. Great store. I do feel very sad that it's gone, but maybe it's popped up somewhere else. I'll try to remember the name. Mark, if you remember the name of it at any point in time, let me know. They might have set up post-COVID somewhere else. That's what I think. But yeah, so 2001: A Space Odyssey. Very glad to have this. It was the CD that I had last time. I bought the CD. So there you go. Very good to have. I'm pretty sure that I have it already, but I'm not sure that it's this cover, and I like this cover. I like this cover. No, it was the record. It was the record. Remember, I went to the garage sale, or the yard sale, if you want to call it that. It was the record of this that I found, not the CD. But yeah, very good find. Happy to have it. It was $1, so you can't go wrong. And I've got a few of these to say the Stanley Kubrick collection, so I should put them together. This one is a bootleg, but I didn't know at the time. I don't know why I didn't notice at the time. Oh boy, it's so bootleg. If I had like stop for a second to look, I would have not bought it. I remember this film Deja Vu, and I reckon it's so bad in the sunlight. Now, well, I would have noticed it in the sunlight, but I was in an op shop. But that you would notice this with Roddy looking at it. Deja Vu, but can you see just how bad it is? Wow, what are those stains too? Can you see how bad? Will Roddy focus in on just how bad this cover is? It's a bootleg. It's a full-blown bootleg. It's completely, it's blurry. The whole thing's blurry. I'm very, very saddened by that, because I saw Deja Vu in another op shop not long ago, and I passed it up, and here I am with a bootleg. But it only cost me $1, so you win $1, you lose $1. Blurry. And worst of all, not just the cover, but the disc is blurry. No, wrong way, this way. It's blurry. We'll already show how blurry it is. It's blurry. And Deja Vu would never have been written like that on a movie. So yeah, disappointed. But you know what? I'm going to toss the disc and the cover, and I get a free case out of it. So I'm always looking for cases. That's that. I need some more Guinness to take the croak out of my voice. The next one was a good find. Actually, all of these are good finds. The Amityville Horror. But it's not number 1. It's the second one. The Evil Escapes. Now, I'm going to assume it's the second one. Someone with more brains than I currently have might be able to correct me. But I think it's number 2. It says Amityville Horror, The Evil Escapes. I thought it said... No, 2, but it doesn't. So yeah, I thought that was a good find. I thought I had the Amityville Horror, the original one. Maybe I do, but I couldn't find it, so maybe I don't. Yeah, so I had to pick it up. I have heard many different things about these movies. Some people say they're really bad, they're not very good. Some people say, oh, they're actually really good, you're not giving it a chance. And I'm funny with ghosts because I believe in ghosts, and for personal reasons, I do. Like I've been through situations where I feel like there has been a ghost in the house. So I get a bit funny with ghost movies, and I don't always want to own them, or I don't want to get too invested in them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I am more drawn to sort of older. I think I'm not too interested in Annabelle and all those other ones that have come out recently. I am much more interested in old school movies. A bit more where I could sort of say, well, it's been shot, it's very old, and maybe still creepy and weird, but I can't take it as seriously if it was shot in full 3D. 4K, where you can see all of the special effects. But I picked it up, it was $1. Can't go wrong with $1. $1 and you're in luck. Capricorn 1, good movie. More of a thriller than a sci-fi or horror. Why did I know, Mark, in the back of my mind when I was talking about that store that you would have been there? I was going to say that out loud, and I thought he probably hasn't been there. The mission was a sham. The murders were real. Capricorn 1. So it's about a conspiracy. It's about a moon landing being shot, or maybe a Mars landing being shot in a studio, and then the truth gets out, and then the murders begin. Capricorn 1. I have actually wanted this for a while. I even almost bought it on eBay for like 15, 20 bucks, but I didn't. So I'm glad I found it for one buckaroo. One buckaroo bonsai. Let's make sure the disc is okay. Yeah, you know, the usual scratches, but nothing bad. All surface. It will play. It will play. Okay, and then the last one I didn't actually get from this shop, but I got it and forgot I bought it, and I haven't talked about it. It's just the you know, I like music discs. I bought this. I actually bought it and I said to my daughter, "You love ABBA. Do you want this?" And she's like, "Meh." I was like, "You are listening to so much ABBA." She's like, "No, I like the you know, the ABBA musical, whatever it's called." So she wasn't that excited about it. So I was like, "Oh, that's right. I actually wanted it anyway." So pretty cool. 16 hits on DVD, and I'm pretty sure they're all video clips. Doesn't really tell me much on the back. It is NTSC. And there's a sticker on it, so I can't tell if it is region 1. Doesn't even tell me. Oh, it's all region, which means, is it bootleg then? Don't know. It's NTSC. It might be really old. It's got the slip sleeve in it. It's got like a little booklet. Wow, it's a nice looking booklet. It's a very nice looking booklet. So, yeah, it can't be bootleg. Anyway. So I got that. I'm pretty sure that was $1 as well. So that was my first round of finds. There's my first round of finds. I think that's a pretty good round of finds. And I think if you calculate everything, and the Blu-rays being $1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bucks. 12 bucks for all of those, which is pretty good. So we got a horror, a couple of horrors, you know, old school horror, and I'd say 11. Should be 12, but there's 11 because the Deja Vu is a bootleg, and I'm going to take that out right now, and I'm going to try and re-sleeve something that's not so nice in this case and clean this case up. It looks like there's chocolates or something on the front of it. We'll have to fix that up later. Put you over there. Yeah, good find. Good find for 12 bucks. At the end of the day, you can't argue with that. I actually slipped in a little bit of a quick op shop today as well, but I mostly got music. My watch is telling me to stand. That's not going to happen. All right, let's have a little break and check our current watch count. We only have one live viewer out of the 3 views. I'm going to go out of my way and say it's probably Mark that's watching currently, but you know, he might be busy doing other things. He might not be watching. That's possible. Though he said he is always there. So Mark, you promised to always be there for me. All right. Moving on from that, we have a stack of Blu-rays. We have a stack of Blu-rays to go through. So, has anyone got anything to say, and it's only Mark or whoever the last person is here, about what your favorite movie is at the moment? Like, what would you say? It can be any movie. It doesn't have to be a now movie. What would be your highlighted movie right now in your mind? Like, what is something you would rewatch right now? Doesn't matter what era it's from. Just any movie. Any movie at all. I'm trying to think what a movie is that I would rewatch right now. What would I rewatch right now? There's so many movies to think about. I probably would watch The Thing from Another World. I think that's an amazing movie. No, too much to think about. But maybe you can tell me. All right, let's move on to the Blu-rays. But let's listen to this bumper again because it makes me laugh. All right, let's get physical again. Ready?
Let's get physical, media. I wanna get physical, media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. All right, so Oh, I already dealt with those. I don't know why they're stacked there. Maybe because I got lazy. We already talked about that, and we already talked about that, and that's a CD. Okay, cool. So we've got we've got some new movies. We've got some more movies here. These are all Blu-rays, and I found them probably a couple of days, like over like a couple of days. So I got some of them at a market store, the Brickworks Market, and I got some of them at op shops. Price on the back, yeah, some are Savers. That one's not Savers. That one's not Savers. Okay, that's a pretty good price. Yeah, so let's just do them now because that means I can shelve them. I've been re-shelving lately. I've been trying to tidy up. I've moved things over from here over to there and things from there over to here, and I've emptied some DVD shelves to make room for Blu-rays because I used to have a okay small Blu-ray collection, and now I've got a lot more Blu-rays and a lot more space to put them. So I'm having to remove DVDs, find spaces for those so I can keep all the Blu-rays together. And that I'm getting there. Look, you guys probably own much more, many more Blu-rays than I own. But I'm starting to get there. So it's a good thing. The first one I've got on my list here is Fury. I think this was $4. It's kind of in line with what you pay for Blu-rays when you go op shopping. $3 to $4. It's not my favorite price in the world because I think when you're getting close to $5, you can buy Blu-rays for $5 at JB Hi-Fi. Granted, you can't buy everything for $5 because it depends on what they get. But I got Fury. I can't say as I've actually seen it. I've seen lots of trailers for it, and I've watched docos on it. Don't know why I haven't seen the movie, but I've watched docos on it. They always have really boring Blu-rays have boring backing panels. I really am not a huge fan. People like distribution companies have gotten very lazy with their films. They end up with lots of this digital purple blah de blah, and then like barcodes that take up half the back, and then all of this like jargon and I don't know copyright information, and then this tiny panel at the top that tells you what's on it. I think Blu-rays have gotten very lazy with the way they advertise themselves. Come on, Roddy, you were doing so well before. Fury, you're making me furious. Roddy. There we go. He's actually pretty good at focusing when he wants to be. There you go, Fury. It looks amazing. I'm a big, war movie buff. I like that stuff. War movie buff. I like that stuff. But like over the years, the last couple of years, I haven't watched a lot of war movies. I used to watch them endlessly because there's some great ones. There's some great war movies out there. Also classic ones, but I just haven't lately. But I still want to keep them. Next one I picked up. Try not to yawn. You kind of saw it. Logan. This is a good movie. Hugh Jackman. And I can't remember the girl's name. And you can't read the back because the writing's so stretched and tiny. Hugh Jackman doesn't tell you the girl's name. But sorry, girl from Logan. Once again, yeah, a better back than some. Come on, Roddy. There you go. Sort of. I've got a lot of glare as well. Roddy, you do so well sometimes. I just don't think he likes glare. I don't think he likes. I don't think he likes the shininess on things. He just can't focus on shiny. Anyway, it's Logan hiding away from the world and then rescues this girl that's actually another Weapon X. $4. But really, $4 isn't too bad. I mean, like, could be worse. But if it's $5 brand new somewhere else, then maybe I feel like I'm getting ripped off. So I picked that up. That was a good find. I think I checked it. Yeah. Very plain disc. Next one I picked up. I have seen this movie. Is it what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? Maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of. I thought this was the one where he... Okay, let me just show it to you. Argo. I thought... I'm getting this mixed up with another movie, I think. I thought this was the one in... No, it can't be. No, it can't be. I think I'm mixing this up with another movie. I thought this was the one in the Indonesian uprising. Argo. Anyway, extended cut. $3. Can't remember where I got it from. Excuse me. I thought I'm mixing it up with something else, I'm pretty sure. But that's the back of it, if Roddy wants to focus. I thought Argo was the Indonesian one, but I think I'm mixing it up with another movie. Yeah, good find. Argo. With our pal Ben Affleck. This one was a great find for $3. I don't think I checked the disc. Let's make sure that's in there. Yeah, it's in there. I saw this at the cinema. It's my wife. Argo was great. That's not the Indonesian one, is it, Mark? That's not, though. I don't think it is. I think I'm mixing up. The other one was shot with different actors. Yeah, the massacre in wherever it was in Indonesia. I think so. Argo's good, but it's got something to do with revolutionaries, isn't it? Is it South America, maybe? Let me just look it up. Yeah, okay, so it's not that one. But it's something to do with revolutionaries. I think that's why I'm mixing it up. Let me just change screens for a second. It's the great thing about doing things live. I can find out information live. Argo. I'd love it, making the fake sci-fi movie for cover. Argo is a 2012 American espionage thriller. Oh, good. Film directed, produced, and starring Ben Affleck. Oh, he directed it. Okay, I want to know what it's about, not who's in it. Give me... Well, that's IMDb, so why don't you give me this? Go to Wikipedia. Espionage, so it's got something to do with revolutionaries. 1999 memoir, The Master of Disguise, blah, blah, blah. How the CIA used a fake sci-fi flick to rescue Americans from Tehran. Okay. Led the rescue of 6 U.S. diplomats from Tehran, Iran, under the guise of filming a science fiction film during the 1979-81 Iran hostage crisis. So, all right. Yeah, they pretend to be filmmakers. Okay, cool. Film which is... It's got Bryan Cranston. I love Bryan Cranston. Alan Arkin. I love Alan Arkin. John Goodman. I like all those actors. Oh, it's sort of coming back to me now that I think about it. Yeah, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So based on a real thing. Embassy in Tehran in retaliation for President Jimmy Carter having granted the right of asylum in the US to Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi following the Iranian Revolution. So it has to do with revolution. I knew it had something to do with revolution. Okay, cool. Oh, I like the idea of that. Cool. So they're all espionage, but basing themselves on the fact they are a fake film crew. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, cool. Yeah. So very happy to have that. I watched this in the cinema with my wife. The Wolf of Wall Street. It is amazing on so many different fronts. Leonardo DiCaprio. Very funny in parts. Very funny a lot, actually. Very brutally honest. Brutal, probably a little bit sleazy and sexy, and it's been embellished a lot, I think. It is R-rated restricted, which is not unusual. There are some very full-on scenes in this. Men having sex with ladies in the staff toilets. Come on, Roddy. There you go. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It's definitely a watch. That's for sure. So for $3, I picked this up in an op shop, and I can't remember which one. So it wasn't a bad find. And yeah, I was meaning to rewatch it. I only saw it once at the cinema. It was good on the big screen, I will say. Many reasons why, but also because of the storm with the yacht and the helicopter, which I think falls off the roof of the yacht in the storm. Good to see on the big screen. I picked this one up as well. Hugh Jackman. It was $3. No, $2. Sorry, that was an even better find. Once again, can't remember the op shop I got it from. It was too long ago. Real Steel. Haven't seen it. Can't watch everything. Courage is stronger than steel. Have seen plenty of trailers for it. Could be good, might not be good. I don't know. I actually haven't seen the reviews on it. But, you know, I like science fiction, so you got to give it a chance, right? And it's Hugh Jackman. He's a good actor. You can knock him for many things, but he's a very, very good actor. He's a good singer, too. You know, the great thing about drinking Guinness is I never feel like I'm going to get drunk on it. I might, if I drink too many of them, yes. But here in a vlog where I'm talking live and I don't want to be slurring my words and stuff, it doesn't make me feel like I'm drinking a beer. It makes me feel like I'm having a Guinness, which is a completely different thing. This one I picked up for $2. Another good one. Warm Bodies. This has been done before in the past. If I could just remember the name of the movie, something my boyfriend came back, or Warm Bodies though is about a zombie epidemic, and then a boy who sees a girl, and he's a zombie, and he starts to get the spark of life back. Who says romance is dead? So I think the movie I'm thinking of is My Boyfriend's Come Back, or something like that. It was in the 70s or 80s. I think it was the 80s, actually. Similar storyline. Yeah, before he met her, he was dead. Oh, I can't read that. He was dead inside. It always makes you wonder, like, I mean, he doesn't have bites all over him. He's not missing his eyeballs and stuff like that. So, I mean, that might change the love story a little bit. All chewed up, guts hanging out. Obviously, this is just a comedy movie. For a good find for $2. You don't really see, I mean, apart from the $1 Blu-rays, you don't see a lot of Blu-rays for a couple of bucks. You usually see them for 3, 4, 5. I've seen them as high as 7, which is ridiculous. I just won't buy for 7. I own all the other ones. I didn't own this one, but I was lucky enough to find it for $3 at an op shop. Oh, it's taped up, so I can't open it. Cars 3. Cars 3 is what Cars 2 should have been. Does anyone else agree with me on that? Cars 2 was the James Bond, like a James Bond spoof. And whilst it was a fun movie, it wasn't really what that franchise needed, I don't think. I just kind of felt like, oh, my kids liked it, but in fact, I won't say that is entirely true. When my daughters watched Cars, they used to love Cars, like loved it. And then I bought 2, and then we played it, and they got scared and didn't want to watch it because there was lots of shooting and bad guys and cars being ripped apart and stuff. But 3 is what 2 should have been. It should have just been about racing. It should have just been about heart. It should have just been about characters and good story and character development. But this is that. This is the spiritual sort of number 2, but it's 3. Good movie. It is taped up, so I can't open it. Maybe I should open it because I've made a habit of not opening things and I found them missing. This does feel heavy though. And it's the 2-disc edition, which is a good thing to have. It's always better to have 2 discs than 1. 2 discs than 3. All right. What time is it anyway? 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. It's talking movies. Oh, good one's coming up too. Why is it? I never understood why op shops tape up their discs. Now, I get it. I get it that they think that someone's going to steal the disc, but people don't do that. People don't steal movie discs. They might steal music discs. They might steal games because games are worth more. There we go. People can steal a game and leave the case behind and then just re-sleeve the game. But movies, people don't really steal movies. Is what Cars 3? You're funny. The disc is floating, so lucky I checked. Still very clean. Very clean. That's a Blu-ray special features. Okay, so it comes with special features and it comes with Cars 3. Great to have on Blu-ray, and I'll have to find out where my other Cars is up in this shelf up here. And they'll go all together. No, we didn't watch Cars 3, Mark. We watched Road Warrior. Mad Max 2. We were going to watch Chopping Mall, but I was too busy setting up. I wanted to watch it. I wanted to sit down with him and watch it, but I was too busy setting up the stream. Didn't do that good of a job of it, obviously, if I couldn't get my microphone to work properly. All right, now this one, do I leave it till last? I'm going to leave it till last because I actually bought it. Did I buy it online? Yeah, I bought it online. Talk about it last. Pick this one up because I've heard mixed reviews about it. Some people say it's really, really good. Some people say, meh. Very clean condition. Now, this came from a book, and I've got to remember who wrote it. No, he wasn't. In fact, when I went out the front to let him in the house, he laughed at me. He saw me in my hood and he started laughing. This was a book. Now, I'm trying to remember who wrote the book. It's not going to tell me. Mark will know. Mark will know. I know. It's the tip of my tongue. It's the tip of my tongue. Ender's Game. It was a book series. Mark, come on. Show me your knowledge of books writing and book distribution. Who was the author of Ender's Game? Pretty sure it was. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can guess before Mark chimes in. It was. Doesn't even tell you on the back. It's got a reversible cover. Isn't that fancy? No. What are you sorry for, Mark? You've been ribbing me for years, and I've never told you that you need to be sorry. That's just the way we communicate. That's what friends do. Oh, you're not sorry about that. You're just not familiar with it. Okay. Ender's Game. Okay, seeing as you don't know, I'm disappointed in you, Mark. Being a book illustrator and not knowing. Let's go here. Can't be. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Ender's Game. Oh, it's not the person I thought it was. Is that right? Orson Scott Card. Do you know Orson Scott Card, Mark? I thought it was someone else. I thought it was like the author of Battlefield Earth. Yeah, that's an old school cover. Is that a cover I can look at? There's an amazing. Let's switch screens. Oh, don't know. Let's go to screen. Where's my screen? I've got too many bumpers. Screen. That's the. Hang on. That's the cover. This kind of cover here reminds me of books that I used to see in the library when I was a kid. 1985, Mark. 1985. First edition hardcover. Just give me a That is the worst zoom. Seriously. You cannot do this to me. I asked for a zoom and you gave me... That's not zoom. Anyway. Yeah, Ender's Game. Orson Scott Card. Here's me trying to just get a zoom. This computer doesn't zoom very well. Back. Well, let me look further. No. I thought it would give me book covers. You're going to give me images. Images. Can't go wrong with images. Well, that's all movie. Ender's Game. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit more modern. But yeah, those kind of images on the book cover remind me of when I was a kid, seeing these, you know, the very old school. There you go, like this. Well, okay, let's get off this screen. Back to main cam. Back to Roddy. Yeah, so old school story from the 80s made into a movie. I think it has Harrison Ford, doesn't it? Harrison Ford, Asa Butterfield, Haley Stenfield, Viola Davis, Abigail Breslin, and Ben Kingsley. That's the only other person I remember his name. I think they're mostly kids, because the story is about kids. Earth's International. As the fear of alien invasion grows, Earth's International Fleet recruits an unlikely leader, a young and brilliant boy, to command its forces and fight for the future of the human race. Based on the worldwide bestseller and featuring an all-star cast, Ender's Game bursts with epic adventure and stunning visual effects. I am sure that they took a very, very good story and Hollywoodized it. He's massive, is he? What else has he written, though? Let's go back to my other screen here. Let's go Orson Scott Card. I need two hands for this. Orson Scott Card. It looks like a very interesting character, that's for sure. What else did he write? Ender's Game, Speaker for the Dead, Ender's Shadow, Children of the Mind, Xenocide. Can we look at more? Excuse me. So you know him or you know of him? You're in the circles of authors, Mark, so you probably do know him or you've met him. Maybe you've seen him at a convention or something. But either way, I wanted to get this because I've actually had this on my mind over the years, wanting to watch this. It didn't get very good reviews from memory out when it was released. I think there's this kind of like stigma with movies that are made from books because the problem is of him. Okay, yeah. Yeah, look, there's so many authors out there, and there's authors that I absolutely love from the 80s and 90s. I mean, and even the 70s. I'm a huge William Gibson fan. I just think he's one of the most brilliant authors out there. There's many people that I read books of that I wish I could either meet. Some of them are dead now. Ian M. Banks, Mark, I think you said you have met him before, but Ian M. Banks is an author that I absolutely love. That is his science fiction books. I have, I think, all of them, bar one. I think I'm missing one book. But he wrote under Ian M. Banks for his science fiction and then Ian Banks for his normal fiction. But yeah, so I mean, like, there are authors out there I want to see made into movies, but we know what happens in Hollywood. There's like a 30-70 chance, not in our favor, that those movies are going to be made lackluster. They're not going to be like the book. But we also know that's going to happen because the written word and the movie are two completely different animals. So there might have been a few films that have pulled it off, but a lot of the time it just doesn't work. There's compromises that have to be made. Now, I won't go on about that. There's two more Blu-rays here, except for the last one I'm going to talk about in a second, that I'm going to show you, and they are together, and they were $4 each from Savers. But I picked them up because I know that Disney are just kind of like removing Australia from its distribution. And that is Guardians of the Galaxy. $4 is pretty good for Guardians of the Galaxy, don't you think? And also Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I've seen both of these. I do like them. I think I like number 1 better than number 2. Though both are good. Both are good in their own way. I like Drax. In this, it's Drax, not Drax. Yeah, I do like Drax too. It's not Drax. The can't remember his name. The guy with the Michael Rooker's character has like the punk metal thing on that helps him control that arrow. Can't remember his name now. Draxel? No, not Draxel. Draxel is the big guy. I don't remember his name. But yeah, both are good. But number 2 is where he meets his father, I think. Or am I seeing that as number 1? I think it's number 2. Kurt Russell. Yeah, he's number 2. So number 1 I like because, yeah, both are great. Yeah, I haven't seen number 3, Mark. I haven't seen number 3. Is it good? I haven't seen number 3. I should buy it before Disney cuts us off from that as well, because Disney's they're just such nice people. They cut Australia off. I think they're letting us keep a few things for a while, and then they'll do the old switcheroo on us like they used to do with the Vault. I don't know if you all remember the Vault, where they would say, "I'm sorry, you can't have Aladdin for 5 years on any physical media because we have to put it in the vault. And when we release it, it's going to be 3 times the price that it was before." That's what they're going to do. I reckon, I actually have this theory that this whole Australia doesn't get Star Wars or other physical media is just a ploy. This is what I'm starting to think it's a ploy. They're going to like cut us off for 5 years, 10 years, and then they're just going to re-release everything to us. And they're going to rake in so much money from doing that, if they do that, because that's what happens. You don't let somebody have something and then you give them everything and out come the wallets. But let's see if that actually happens. But yeah, really good to have these. $8 for 2. Oh, so the third one's really good. Emotional. Okay, I think they tried to make number 2 emotional. I don't think it was as emotional as they wanted it to be. I mean, it was sad that his mum got killed by his godlike dad. But I don't think it hit the way it was supposed to hit. Number 1's great because you're introduced to them and you've got that whole story about how they function together. Number 2's, you get more people and yeah, it feels more like an ensemble cast. Hopefully number 3. Yeah, well, look, Mark, anything's much better than any of the Star Wars sequels. You know that. I mean, number 1 was okay, but I say number 1. What I mean is The Force Awakens started strong and ended weak. You don't win any friends by killing off vintage characters, 1 per movie. Oh, his backstory. Yeah, I've actually been quite curious about Rocket's backstory because he mentions, because I think he was being experimented on or something. He's mentioned it in the movies, but you never really hear much about it. It's just like single sentences or like couple of sentences where he talks about it, but doesn't really explain it. Yeah, good find for $4 each. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about is one I had to order because there's a very small story that goes with finding this. Well, I actually ordered it on eBay. Is I went into, let me just tell you what it is, because then I can tell you the backstory and not have to be elusive. If I can come out of it, protective sleeve. There we go. I bought this off of eBay. and I didn't pay a lot for it. I'm glad I got it on Blu-ray as well. Anybody seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil? This is a funny, funny film. Now, I saw this in JB Hi-Fi, and I think that was $15 or $10 or something. And I was rushing in that day. I was like, I dropped my kid off to do something, and I'd gone and done something in between, and I was kind of doing JB Hi-Fi as the last kind of run. It's actually pretty clean, a little bit scuffy, but pretty clean. And I went to JB Hi-Fi, and they had Tucker and Dale versus Evil on Blu-ray. And I was like, oh, sweet. I've been wanting to see this again. It's a very funny movie. It's, you know, that classic trope of the Hicks are evil, they're going to kill the campers. But Tucker and Dale are not evil. They're actually really gentle and really kind. And they go out camping, or they go to the cabin in the woods, and all these teens go camping, and they think that these guys are bad. And then the campers, the young teens, start dying. But it's not Tucker and Dale. Tucker and Dale are trying to help them, but everything the campers do goes wrong. So each time they do something, it goes wrong, and each of the campers gets killed. But it's just out of stupidity and bad luck. But who looks bad is Tucker and Dale. So it looks like Tucker and Dale are the bad guys, like that. But they're not. They're not the bad guys at all. And it's a funny movie. Anyway, I bought this on eBay. I didn't pay a whole lot for it, which was good because it's becoming a bit hard to find. I went to JB Hi-Fi, and I found it. And I was like, sweet, I'll buy that. That's a good find. And it wasn't very expensive. I think I paid about the same amount, actually, to be honest. And this screen is very bright. Let me get rid of it. And I went to go to the counter, and there was a really, really, really long queue. Like, I didn't have that kind of time to wait in the queue. So I was like, damn it, I don't want to miss out picking my kid up. So I put it back on the shelf. I'm like, well, it's on the shelf, so they must have more. Yeah, they didn't have more, because I went in the week after that and a few other times in between to different JBs, and it was not there. It was just not there. Nobody had it. So I think I held the last one that they had. So I went searching after looking and looking, and bought one off of eBay in good condition. So Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a horror movie, but not one that you think, you know, the way it looks is not the way it is. Evil just messed with the wrong hillbillies. Yeah, so that's a good one. That's a very, very good movie to have, and I'm glad I found it. And now it goes in my collection. All right. Now, we don't have any news tonight. I don't think... I hope you guys... Well, obviously, Mark can still hear me, so I don't have to ask.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, because you can all hear me. I fixed my mic after realizing it was all going to crap. Now, what I wanted to play you, just to break this up a little bit and not just talk about...
Let's get physical, media.
Yeah, we don't want to just ramble on about physical media. So, first and foremost, it's past midnight. So let me just say to you all, and Mark did remind me, let me just say, May the 4th be with you. It's the 4th of May in Australia, at least. So May the 4th be with you. Congratulations to all of you. I hope you have a spontaneous, wonderful, force-filled year full of Star Wars. So thank you very much, guys. And I just wanted to wish you happy May the 4th. Now, I did, along the lines of this, I want to play you something. I was going to do it last week, but I didn't. So let's play it now. It's very short. I thought it was very humorous. Anybody who was not born, but anybody who lived through the 80s, who watched any 80s TV shows, who watched Growing Pains or something like that had the old school TV tunes. This is something I found online. So I didn't make this. It's not mine. So in case YouTube wants to ding me for it, I just wanted to play it. It's like Growing Pains, but it's Grogu Pains. It's Mandalorian and Grogu as an 80s TV show, but it's just like the beginning. So I'm just going to play it for you. It's quite humorous. Isn't that funny? I just love that. I saw that online and I had to share it with you. It's been sitting in my scenes on OBS for quite a while, so and I had to tweak it a little bit to make it work. But yeah, I thought you guys would like seeing that. What else have we got here? Am I missing something? We're not doing news. We've done beer. I do have some more physical media. Are you prepared to wait? Let's see how many viewers we got. Haven't checked that for a while. 4 views, 2 live viewers. That's okay. We'll get people on the replay crew. It's approximately 2:30, so I'm not going to outstay my welcome. Mark, can you tell me how long has this been playing? Yeah, I did have trump cards. So I'm away from the microphone. I did have trump cards. I had some Star Wars ones. In fact, I've still got in a box. I found them not long ago. I found a bunch of cards, and I also found some toy catalogs that you fold open, like concertina, that I had saved from Revenge of the Sith and the Clone Wars. But yeah, trump cards. I do remember owning a lot of trump cards when I was younger. 105 minutes. Oh, that's good. Thank you. 105 minutes. So it's not quite 2 hours. That's okay. That's a good thing. Thank you for the update, Mark. I'm glad you're in the chat tonight, Mark. You know what? I really missed you in the chat last week. I know you were doing whatever you were doing, and then you came in at the end. But I'm enjoying that you're having a chat with me, so thank you very much for that. And hopefully sharing a Guinness or a Kilkenny or let me just scroll up in the chat, whatever it was you're having before. You're having a Murphy's. So thank you very much. I hope you're still drinking something. I'm not the only one just glugging motor oil here. Have you watched the new Andor series yet, Mark? Or anyone in the chat? Anyone? Oh, well, I can't say that. Can't say that on YouTube. Was it butt crack or normal crack? Because if you're, I'm not going to, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't explain it. Because if I have to explain it, I'm going to get dinged. I'm going to get dinged, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Enjoying. Oh, well, as long as you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, you don't have to explain what it is. Very good. Very good. I'm very happy for you. Have you seen the new Andor series? Because what I'm going to be doing soon is I'm holding off a little bit. I'm going to do live. Okay, I say I'm going to. The plan is to do live review while I'm watching it. I've held off. I love the original Andor series. The original Andor series was what I want to watch when it comes to story. Yes, it was long. It was drawn out. It was a slow burn. But I like that. I like that because I like story and I like character development. And I want to yearn to figure out what's happening with the story. What's going to happen next? Who's doing that? Oh, crack in Irish means fun. But is it crake? Or is it actually the word crack in Irish? Because you could have crack all the time if you're like a fun-loving person. Yes, well, I'm just looking to see what Mark's going to write next, but yeah. So I'm holding off a little bit so that I can actually do some live reviews. Well, not even a review, just a live reaction to each episode. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, at the end of the day, a slow burn is like, it's an investment, right? You're investing yourself in the story. You're investing your mind in trying to figure things out. The crack's very Moorish. Okay, very nice. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. I'm very tempted to crack open another Guinness. The fun. Okay, the fun's very Moorish. Okay. Also confusing and also as long as it makes you happy, it's the main thing. So I'm assuming it's not just fun you're having, but you're having fun with maybe some Kilkenny or Murphy's. No, was it Murphy's? Murphy's Irish Stout. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing a live reaction to each episode. I don't think I want. I just noticed the other day when I was on Disney Plus that the first 3 episodes went up as 3, and the second episode went up as 3 episodes. So I don't know what they're doing. Usually I'm used to them putting up 3 episodes, to 1 or 2 or 3 episodes, and then it's like 1, 1, 1, 1. Why are they doing 3 episodes, then 3 episodes? Are they trying to rush it or something? I don't know. But if I do a live reaction to each of the episodes, it would be by episode. And by then, you've probably all seen it, but who cares, right? I mean, you'll be able to see what I think of it when I'm watching it. I'm actually quite positive about it. Murphy's, good. Bit sweeter than Guinness. Oh, it's a bit sweeter, but it is still a stout. Right? Motor oil? Motor oil, Mr. Potter. It's still a stout, right? That's what you said at the beginning, I think. Yeah, Irish stout. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the plan anyway. But I've been quite busy lately, so trying to squeeze in extra video shoots with my microphone problems. And Roddy, I mean, I've got nothing against Roddy at the moment. So I don't think I'll have a problem with Roddy, but that's the plan. The plan has been to do a live reaction to each episode. It's just I'm kind of spinning out that they've got 6 episodes up, and it was only released like a week, 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. Let's hope they don't just do another 3 episodes and another 3 episodes, because I think they're racing through it for some reason. I don't know why you would do that. Normally I wouldn't care. Guinness Zero. Guinness Zero? I guess it wouldn't really matter if it was 0, but... So you reckon it's good? Because I know the Cooper's Zero is good, because Coopers make good beer, but... Guinness Zero still tastes like Guinness? I didn't even know it existed, Mark. You're telling me I could drink Guinness with 0 alcohol in it? Doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right. Sounds weird. But if it tastes like Guinness and it doesn't change the taste of it, then I guess why not? Anyway, so that's the plan. The plan is to watch Andor and go through the episodes as a live reaction and have a chat about it. But we'll see how we go. What can we do next? Now, I did have... Oh, yes, you know what I can do? I glossed over it, but I don't think I have much of it. Do I? I was going to do mail, but I don't even really think I might have to check what I've got, because I think I used most of my mail up. Still gets you drunk. Ah, right, I see. You need a lot of fun to feel the effects. It can't get you drunk. If it's 0 alcohol, it can't get you drunk. It can only make you fun. I thought I had... Maybe I didn't. I thought I had another mail. I've got one thing in the mail, and it's also going to be it's going to fall under toys. So I'm going to mix them up. Let's do toys and mail mixed in one. All right. So it means I have to run the mail bumper. But I lost this, and I was thinking, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't know what I've done with it. So we'll do it as mail, because it came in the mail. But I've had it. It's been hidden for some while. All right, are we ready for mail? I like the mail bumper. The mail bumper's fun. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Mail bumper. It's a good bumper. I like that bumper. I put a bit of effort into that bumper. I got this in the mail quite a while ago, and I was like, oh, sweet. And I put it aside, and I couldn't find it again. Could not find it again. When I was doing a bunch of toy episodes on Toy Doom Tuesdays, I was looking for it. I thought it came in a box. I thought it was a little box. But I was wrong. It wasn't a box. It wasn't a box at all. It was actually in this. And now I've got to cover my name. And is that a toy? Okay, so I'm going to cover their name as well. So it came in this. I found it when I was cleaning up my room because, as you know, if you can look in the background, it's very clean. Can my camera, if I move my microphone out of the way, you might be able to see how clean this studio is. Hang on. Well, you can't really see the floor because of the Blu-rays. Let's move the Blu-rays. Now, can you see the floor? Just see the table. The floor is very, very clean. If I move out of the way, I had to make a chair for Richard to sit in out of some cushions. That's not my normal chair. You can't really tell. I don't want to move the camera because I'll just bump everything. But the floor is very, very clean. I wonder if I can do it. Let's just do it anyway. This is very highly unethically unusual. I just want to see the floor. No, we're not going to see the floor. I've got everything tangled up, so I can't move the camera too far. No. No. Yes. All right. Back to where we were. My camera's just moving on, so no. What was that? Any monkey news? No. No monkey news tonight. No monkey news. So yes, I got this in the mail. I put it aside and I forgot about it. I was like, damn it. And it was a Star Wars toy. And I don't want to give that away either, so I can go in the bin. It's a toy. It's a toy from my childhood. It is, in fact, the very first, not this exact one, but it is the same one as the very first Star Wars toy I ever bought. Or my nanny bought for me when I was little. From Star Wars. Oh, it's not even out of its packets. Hang on a minute. Is it sealed on purpose? Anyway, I can't open that because I have a pair of scissors on me. Can you see this? Can Roddy see this? I've got to move the light downwards. Roddy, downwards. You focus. Snaggletooth from Star Wars. In a plastic packet. And I've got a cabinet to put him in. Maybe I should try to figure out if I can open it. Come on, Roddy. You focus if I do that. There we go. Snaggletooth. I think I need to get him out of his packet. I know I've got a knife here somewhere. Let's try this one. He's not in brand new condition, though he looks very clean. The very first Star Wars toy that I had bought for me when I was young on card, which I of course opened because nobody cared about mint on card back then, was a Snaggletooth. The little character. The little character, so you probably didn't hear anything I was talking about then because the microphone wasn't anywhere near me. The very first character that I had bought for me. Roddy will be able to focus if he looks at me for a second. Come on, Roddy. No, I need to put my hand behind it. Hang on. I'm sorry for moving the microphone before. Snaggletooth. Complete with original seam lines. He's very clean, though his limbs are a little bit loose. I can feel that. He hasn't got stiff limbs. But I owned this toy when I was young. Him and Walrus Man. I've got Walrus Man as well. And I lost Walrus Man in the sandpit at school, I remember. Because I couldn't find him. I was like burying him in, digging him out, and like, I guess torturing him. Walrus Man. I wonder if I could show you Walrus Man. Not Walrus Man, sorry, Snaggletooth on. Let's show you Snaggletooth as he was in Star Wars. Maybe you'll remember him. Snaggletooth. Oh, it's actually a condition. Oh, it's a condition where your teeth... Oh, that's an interesting condition. Where your teeth grow out in front of other teeth. And that's not what I was looking for, though. And I'm on caps lock for some reason. Can we show what he looks like? There we go. He was the guy that squeals for his beer. Don't we all squeal for our beer? Let me show you what Snaggletooth looks like. I really dislike how this computer does not enlarge any images. Can I look at this one large? No. Why does it do that? Give me a bigger image than that. No. I had a perfect image and now it's gone. Where is he? He was this guy anyway. Let's just show it to you. That's my screen. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible size. Nope. Yeah, that guy. But I need a bigger picture. I don't understand new computers now. So he would have come like that. He would have come like that. And I really, really wish I could just zoom in on that. But it's... Nope, it's not going to let me. Large. Magnify image. There we go. That's better. That's what he looked like. This guy. This guy. Who likes drinking beer at a cantina? This guy. Yeah, so I remember him because I got this exact looking mint on card toy when I was a little kid. Where's my computer monitor? My laptop camera. There he is. I think I paid $15 for it. I can't really remember, but Star Wars figurines are getting expensive now. I owned a lot of mint on card ones in the last 10 years. But he was a nostalgic one for me. Him and Walrus Man. I've got Walrus Man in the case. This will go in the case as well. Got a glass case down here with some sort of clear stands for them to stand up in. No, he doesn't get his arm cut off by Obi-Wan. It's yeah, Walrus Man does. Yes, Walrus Man, but not Snaggletooth. Snaggletooth doesn't, but Walrus Man does. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. But yes, Walrus Man does. And it's weird because in the toy figurine, you don't see it, but Walrus Man has hairy arms in the movie. But yes, that's Snaggletooth, who likes his beer. Squeals for his beer when it gets handed to him. Pretty cool image. Brings back memories. I'm very, very fond. Have very fond memories about collecting toys when I was a kid. All to be ripped out of the package. I don't think I saved any of the cards. I don't know why I would have, but I probably should have. There you go. There's Walrus Man. Let's make him large. Magnify image. Yeah, Walrus Man. But it's not even like from the movie. It's just this is a painting. This is actually a painting. None of this is from the Walrus Man one is from the movie. They just painted him. Yeah. And also Kenner took a lot of liberties with the way they made the figurines as well. I mean, the fact that they called him Walrus Man. Yeah, the best. They took a lot of liberties with making things. I mean, they gave them names because they didn't know a lot of the names of the characters. So they called them like Walrus Man, and George Lucas went, yep, okay. I don't think he even had names for all of them. It was only later that there was a lore built around them and backstories and, you know, guides about it. The best, Mark, the best. Anywho, let's go back to main cam. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I got myself a Snaggletooth. And I probably should have left him in his packet, but that was resealed. It's not for reals. Yeah, it's Snaggletooth. There's a real particular smell about this kind of figurine that was made from a very particular kind of plastic. Anyway, he's going to go on my shelf here when I find a moment to actually get him a stand and set him up in there with the other ones, with Walrus Man and Greedo. There's another good one. Greedo. Can we see Greedo? Can we see Greedo? Greedo. Close. I don't want you up there. I wonder if it'll show me Greedo. It won't. Imagine if it did. No. They actually made a long-legged version of that, and it's as a sculpt, and it's very rare, very, very rare. Greedo. Why is it in caps lock? Will it show me an original Greedo? Greedo's a pretty cool character. He's in a lot of the Star Wars lore as well. He's in Clone Wars, and there's a Greedo. Ah, Greedo. Let's make it larger. No, don't open image in new tab. Ridiculous. Magnify. Okay, let's go back to screen. There we go. Greedo in packet. I've got Greedo. I've even got him with his gun. I'm pretty sure he's got his gun. Yeah, got him with his gun. His original gun. Is that my watch telling me to stand up? No, I don't think so. Original Greedo, yeah. And I loved having original Greedo back in the day as well. They made him all green for some reason, even though he had an orange vest on and very particular colours. Once again, Kenner took a lot of liberties with the way they made the figures. Like, he doesn't even have this around him in the movie, but look, there's nothing there. He's got a neck, kind of piece around his neck there, and an orange vest, and you don't get that. All right, let's go back to main cam. Back to Roddy. All right, so that was the first one. I do have another toy I found in an op shop last week. And I got him for, was it $1? I can't remember. $2. Got him for $2. And I think, I'm not entirely sure, he looks exactly like a He-Man figurine. And I can't remember his name. But let me just show him to you. Does anyone know who this guy is? I'm pretty sure it's Lizard Guy. No, it's not Lizard Guy. No, it's not Lizard Guy. He-Man. Lizard. Oh, was he called Lizard Man? Was he really called Lizard? He can't be called Lizard Man. Is he? That can't be right. Anyway, $2. I don't think he's vintage. I tried to find the stamping on his legs or on his feet. He's been Andy-fied on the bottom. Someone's put his name on the bottom. Like Andy from Toy Story. I don't think he's called Lizard Man. That can't be right. Toy. If I did a Google image search, I'm sure it would come up. Lizard Man. Ah. Is it? Is it actually? I think I'm right. How did that happen? Just found the exact same image. Can we enlarge? Magnify? Look what I've got here. Oh, turn him around. Lizard Man. But is that old though? Does that mean he's old? I don't think he's old because they made newer versions of this. And I can't find a date. His legs are very loose though. And his body's very loose too. Any stamping? For the life of me, I cannot find any stamping. Normally you get a date somewhere. But I cannot find anything. So a bit hard to tell. But very cool nonetheless. Lizard Man. He might be original. He's very chewed up. He's quite clean in places. But I can't tell if this is new or old. I think he's old. He'd have to be old. 1983? How do you know? How do you know he's old? I'm looking for dates. That's what I'm looking for. Most of these guys would have stamping on them somewhere that I cannot find. Not in the arms, not in the legs. Usually, if you can't find it on foot, you find it behind the legs. Like you look behind on the thighs or whatever, and you would find stamping somewhere. But this guy, cannot find. He's pretty good condition. He does have a tear. You can't see from that cam. That's a bad cam. Let's go back to main cam. He does have a tear right on his tail. This is where Roddy doesn't always like me. Right there on his tail. There's a tear there. So I've got to be careful with that. But yeah, for $2, a good find. His head's stiff. His legs are well not stiff. His waist is not stiff. His arms are quite good. But I was happy to find that. It was a random find for $2. And the very last thing I want to talk about was something I was supposed to talk about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I found something in my honey hole store in Toy World. And, well, I didn't find it 2 weeks ago. I'd seen it well before that. And I was thinking, wow, that is pretty cheap. And I like the look of it. But I was like, I don't need that right now. Who's got the space? Blah, blah, blah. But I kept seeing it there. So I'm going to pull it down to the shelf. Hang on a second. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to finally show it to you.
Let's get
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hang on, let me ask you properly.
Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me?
Can you hear me now? Oh, good. Awesome. Sorry about that. All right, so everyone remembers Spawn from the 90s film? Well, it started as a comic book. And the comic book became, I think, an animation as well. I've got a few Spawn-related toys in my house or in the Neon Doom room. And this one was $30. I usually still have to think about $30. That's like a figurine. That's like any carded figurine that I've got in my room. Just a small toy, kind of like a bit bigger than Snaggletooth. That would fit on a backed card. Would cost about $30 these days. This toy was worth $90, but I got it for $30, and it's Spawn related. Can I show you Overt Kill? I'm going to have to move my microphone back a little bit so I can fit him in here. And there's a lot of glare. Let's point him this way. That's much better. Can I fit my face in there as well? This is Overt Kill. I vaguely remember him. There's no news tonight, Mark. We're not doing news. I don't have anything significant to talk about. There's a few random things I'm aware of, but I don't have enough information on them. Sorry, Mark. And definitely not monkey news. But this is Overt Kill. I love the Spawn logo. Where is it? Here. Front. I love the Spawn logo. I think it's a cool logo. This guy is a big guy, and I'll show you what he looks like comic book wise on the back. I'll get to the price in a second. But that's Spawn. No, that's Spawn on this side. You can see he's sort of standing back, ready to get slammed. And that's Overt Kill in the background. He's a behemoth. Half human, half zombie, half machine. Just a psychopathic giant beast. Anyway, so this is a big toy. If you sit it next to me, if I squash myself into screen, you can see. Let's move the microphone back in. You can see the size of him next to me. He's big. So when I first saw him, I was like, that is so cool. I do not have room for that. I've already got a lot of big toys in this room. I do not have room for that. And it kept niggling at me. So I walked out. I was a good boy. I was a good boy. I walked away. I didn't buy it. You can see the price on it. Can Roddy see the price? There we go. That's the price there. He will zoom in eventually. Come on, Roddy. It's just a price tag. I'm surprised he's not focusing in on it. It's a price tag. I'm losing this battle with holding this toy up with this microphone in the way. Can I block this side? Can we get you in now? Come on. There you go. It says $89.99. Now I did validify this online. They are $90 to $100 toys. This was at Toy World for $30, $29.99. And this is a big boy. He's a big boy. Now you're going to say, well, once you take him out of the packet, he'll fit on the shelf a bit better. He's not coming out of the packet. I like things in their packet. I like the packaging. Once it goes out of the packet, then I've got to store the packaging on top of the toy as well. Now, it's not going to happen. Look at all that beautiful artwork. Yeah, not as good of an art job as your artwork, Mark. But I reckon pretty beautiful. What does it say on the back? It says 22 moving parts. 22 partes con movimiento. 22 piezas articulares. It's a big toy. And that was a win because this toy was $30, not like $30, the size of a carded figure. Any Star Wars figure currently. $30. And he's huge. and he's absolutely monstrous. Now, I did actually make space when I was cleaning the studio out, when I was cleaning the room out, the Neon Doom room. I was cleaning in here, and I found a shelf, and I made room for it, so it now fits. This is a big, big toy. Now, there are things I don't like 100% about it. The plastic does look a little bit cheap. Now, I can't take it out and check. And the colors are reasonably good, though it feels kind of a little bit like they could have put a bit more effort into it. But in terms of, because there's no faded colors. Now, this is no 80s toy where it's just one color all the way along, but they haven't put any kind of like in the buck, the body, they haven't put really any shades. There's no shades in the machinery and his legs. There's nothing like that. So it's very bland looking, and the colors are a little bit muted, but apart from that, I absolutely love it. Now, I picked one. I was very picky. There was about 6 or 7 of them on the shelf. I picked the one with the head. Well, the head's not the straightest, but the legs were straight. Everything else had the legs twisted and the arms twisted slightly in the packaging. This one had a straight body. His head is slightly tilted because it's leaning on the plastic at the top. I know you think that's stupid, but if you're displaying it, you don't want to look with the legs. You know, you don't want to make him pigeon-toed, and you're looking going, the guy's like huge, but look, he can't even walk straight. So that was what I wanted to show you last time. A $30 toy that really costs $90. I looked online, I did a bunch of searches. This bad boy here is worth a fair chunk of money, and was worth finding. So that was my last toy find. I wanted to show you that. Let me put him back on the shelf in a minute. Hang on. Put him down here so I don't drop him. He's big and heavy. All right, guys, I think we're pretty close to about the 2-hour mark. And because I spent some time hanging out earlier on, I didn't quite prepare myself for an ending here. So I'm going to leave it at that. I do have other movies to talk about, but stuff I could talk about next week as well. I've got a bunch of movies at the top, not the very top shelf up here. Where am I? Not the very top shelf, but the next one down from that. There to there to there. I'd like to talk about a chunk of those, because there's some horror movies in there, some 90s and 80s horror movies. There's a bunch of dramas and science fiction movies. And there's also some down here. Where are we? Here and here. Behind here. That we haven't talked about that I've collected. I had to put them on shelves. I couldn't keep waiting. I couldn't keep making stacks, because I make stacks of let's talk about these, but then there's too many of them. So I've had to put them on shelves. They look great on the shelf, but now we have to talk about them. So we'll save those for next time. We've done pretty much everything. We've still got a stack of music down here. All these CDs down here. Where's my finger? All these CDs down here, it's all music. What I actually really want to do is I want to have a talk about every single CD I've bought, like where I found it and how much it costs, because I've been finding some great CDs. I even found some today, and I thought I brought them in here. Ah, they must be in my bag. Let's end on these. I think they're in my... Don't fall, please don't fall. I think they're in my bag. Yes. Why is it so goddamn hard to get these out? Okay, so these are mostly, well, it's 2 movies and 3 CDs. Okay, so the first movie I'm going to talk about finding today, I found Dark Tower. I found it today. It was $1. I haven't seen it yet. Stephen King adaptation, or adaptation of a Stephen King novel. Don't expect much out of this, but I've heard it might be good. So I want to watch it and see. I'm not holding my breath. Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba. Could be good. Seems to be a bit divided out there about whether it is or isn't. But I went today looking for movies, and I was a good boy. I didn't pick everything that I saw. I just picked what I wanted. They had no good VHS. They had VHS, but nothing good. So I got the Dark Tower. just because I really think it's worth giving it a go. And this I own. A friend of mine in the film industry years and years ago burnt me a copy of this. He said it was a good movie, and he was right. It was a very good movie. And I want my kids to watch it, but they still haven't watched it yet. But now I found the actual movie. So I had a burnt copy for years and years and years. And now I've got it. Dooom. This is a wonderful story. Set in South Africa. A boy lives on a farm with his mum and dad. And they find a baby cheetah on the side of the road. And they bring it home and they look after it, and it lives with him on the farm. But then the dad dies. I think he has a heart attack or something, and they can't afford the farm anymore. And they have to move to the city. So they move to the city with the cheetah. And the cheetah obviously can't cope in the city. So it escapes and it runs off towards home. And the boy runs off after it. And they go on an adventure together trying to get back home. It's a great movie. Regardless of your political views about what South Africa was like in the time. I love the cover on the disc as well. I think my friend burnt me the cover. He copied the cover on the disc, but there was no actual cover. I think it's region 1. Is that region 1? No. What region is this? Why are you not telling me? Region 4. It is region 4. I love this cover though. I like the disc. And obviously the fronts. This is a wonderful story. I would tell anyone. I know there's some political views. I've got some people that are very close to me. I don't want to give away too much, but that maybe don't think this is necessarily wonderful. But I know politically, if you are from that country, maybe there might be some politics behind it. But in terms of just a story, just a feel-good story, it's a great, great movie. There's nothing wrong with this movie. It's a great movie. And good for kids to watch, maybe not too young, but a great, great story. Very funny in parts. Awesome movie. I want my kids to watch it. So there was only 2 movies. And then I got 3 CDs. I just want this receipt to drop out of here. Cool. So the first one is Reality Bites with the original Brushes, is it? No, Sanity. Reality Bites soundtrack. You know the soundtrack. It's got My Sharona on it, doesn't it? My Sharona? Yeah, the Knack, My Sharona. Come on, Roddy. He doesn't like reflections. I've figured it out. Does not like. He's trying to focus on my computer monitor. Come on, focus on. There we go. Reality Bites. I own it. It's a good movie. I remember seeing it back in the day in the cinema. Young Ben Stiller as well. Ethan Hawke. Very, very good movie. Great soundtrack. It's a good one to have. The next one I have is also from a film. Dances with Wolves. I'm going to have to force Roddy to zoom in. I've actually picked this up and put this down in a few different op shops just because it wasn't like I had other things I wanted to get. But I finally got it. Amazing soundtrack as well. It was a Barry Wolf, I think. Hang on. John Barry. John Barry. So I got half his name right. Oh, Dances with Wolves. And then I read, yeah, cool. So John Barry. Not a monkey, Mark. Not a monkey, but a wolf. Yeah, so very good. That was a good find. These were $1 each, which is actually fantastic. Still don't have room for all of them. And some punk, pop punk. But I would think of it as like Playmobil punk. They have some good tracks. Simple Plan, Canadian band. Look, they're not much, to be honest. I'm not saying I'm a fan of Simple Plan, but I like pop punk, and they have a few bangers. But then they have a few that are not. And they've grown older and wiser, I do believe. I've read that they're doing really well now as a band in being older. But this album has, I would say half the album's good, half the album's like, not very good. They're a bit dated now. But some bangers, definitely some bangers on here. Shut Up's a good one, and I can't remember, was it Crazy? I can't remember what the other one is. I picked it up. I picked it up and put it down a few times when I go on op shopping. But glad to have it. And that's the last thing I'm going to show you today. Sorry, I hit the microphone. That came to $5. No, $6. Was it $6? Why was it $6? Can't have been right. Oh, $5. Sorry. All right, and that's that. Yeah, that's not punk. No, it's not punk at all, Mark. I never said it was punk. It's pop punk, or as I used to call it, skater punk. It's all evolved. It's all different. But I will say that skater punk or pop punk or Playmobil punk or whatever you want to call it, it's all got its place in music history. You know, like punks fought against the system. Skater punks, you know, more modern punks, they're fighting an emotional battle. I've got a lot of opinions on it. I know a lot of sort of back history with it. Are you knocking Enya, Mark? But Enya doesn't say they're punk. Enya's never said they're punk. And there's nothing wrong with Enya. I'm just saying. I know some of the music you listen to, Mark, as well, so I wouldn't be quick to judge. Hey? No, but look, different punk. Punk for a different reason. And I think the terminology was given to them, not taken by them in a lot of ways. Music is just what it is. It's meant to be reactive and active. It's not meant to be like make something and someone calls it something. That's not the way it should work. Anyway, so that will be the last thing I show you. I'm going to let it go at there. Time to eat a few chips and maybe have a bit of energy drink to keep me awake. And maybe I will fall asleep in front of the TV. I don't know. But yeah, Simple Plan was not what I remembered it being. But yes, half of the album is good. The other half is not so good. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go to this. And I'm going to remind you all, guys, if you like anything I do, even if it's just me rambling, because it's really just a chat. A vlog is just a chat. It just gives me a chance to talk to whoever's listening. And I'm not here to just ramble about my own problems or anything like that. I'm talking about movies. I'm talking about movies and pop culture and toys and things that come across my table, things I find in stores. Having the conversation, like Mark's been with me all the way tonight. Thank you so much, Mark, for being there. Having you in the background and having a chat is always good. You've corrected me on a few things about movies I didn't remember. That's what I need. I need people to play devil's advocate with me. Because I do not know even close to what I think I might know in my head. Reality Bites is a great soundtrack. Oh, the Posies were on it as well. I had a Posies album. Did I give you that album? I gave someone that album. I had a Posies album. Hang on, let me check. Is Posies on it? Oh, Dinosaur Jr. on there. I'm going to love listening to this. U2, Crowded House. Posies, going, gone. Right you are. Yeah, music, movies, pop culture, toys, things that come across my table, things that I find in stores. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about all that stuff. So if I'm sharing what I'm buying with you, I hope that you see something positive in that as a viewer as well. Having people in the chat is always a good thing. So thank you, Mark, for that. And there'll be people in the replay crew. In the replay crew, that's a good thing. Always good to have people in the replay crew. And now it's time for me to eat some popcorn. And maybe I might drink a bit more beer. Maybe it'll give me a reason to sleep. But I would love it if you don't already subscribe. I would love it if you did. So please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Even just hitting the like button, being a part of the comments, or, you know, chatting on a live log is always a positive thing. So at the end of the day, YouTube has an algorithm, and that algorithm is not for my benefit. That algorithm is for YouTube's benefit and for their business. But the way to make it my benefit is that people subscribe or like or leave a comment or anything, or share it with somebody that you know. So if you feel like this isn't just some guy yapping on about nothing and you think you see some benefit in it, please go ahead and do one of those things. I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much to the people that already subscribe to me. There's like 140 of you or so now. I appreciate all of you, those that leave comments, those that jump on the chat, those that send me messages on Instagram or YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope to see you on more of my videos. Mark, thank you again for being here tonight. You've been my foundation, my rock. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Great to have a chat with somebody on here. And to Richard, thank you for visiting as well. Richard, I need to say thank you to you on the vlog. It was great to watch The Road Warrior with you. Always an experience with my friends. Thanks, guys. I'm going to leave you there. Have a good night. Roddy says good night too. He doesn't say it in any way that you can tell, but he is saying good night to you right now. And I hope to see you on the next one. Look out for me possibly dropping an Andor, live reaction at some stage soon. We're going to leave it at there, and I wish you all a good night. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. The election's over. Thank you, Mark. It was a great show. It started off a little bit weak, but I don't know if you'll ever get a monkey story out of me. I don't think you'll ever get any monkey stories out of me unless it's monkey magic, to be honest. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Have a great night. Thank you very much. Love you. Make sure to grab your gophers and move your monkeys. And say good to your mum for me. Pat your dog. And we'll see you on the next vlog. That rhymes. Have a good night. BZ out.